Hola.
Marhaba.
Здравствуйте. We are Dr. Sherry Venere, Mr. Darrin Griffin, and Major Jason Garneau, and we are language teachers at the United States Military Academy at West Point, and are also avid social media users. Today we would like to share with you how we sought to find a way to bring social media use into our language courses, both inside and outside the classroom. The mission of the United States Military Academy is to educate, train, and inspire the Corps cadets so that each graduate is a commissioned leader of character, committed to the values of duty, honor, and country, and prepared for a career of professional excellence and service to the nation as an officer in the United States Army. To that end, the curriculum of the Academy is contained in a 47-month program of physical, military, and academic training. The cadets' lives are planned out for them, nearly to the minute, as indicated by the chart on the left. I've been in the Army for 18 years, and when I first saw this chart, I had the same reaction that I imagine most of you probably do. It doesn't make any sense. So we've broken it down into the chart on the right. As you can see, the cadets are actively engaged from 6:30 in the morning until midnight. Because of this, cadets are too busy to seek out the information they need. They don't have time to go to places such as SharePoint, the current Academy Learner Management System, and there's no need to inundate them with email because it just gets lost in the static. We've decided to hit them where they are and bring them out into Muhammad, so to speak. We have accomplished this using the social media site Facebook. More specifically, we have taken advantage of the Facebook group interface in our respective language classes. Facebook groups allows people with common interests to share information and represents a rich resource educators can leverage, bringing a valuable functionality to the classroom in a format with which our cadets are already familiar. Our Facebook groups are completely voluntary, and there are no graded events associated with them. That is to say, we are not using this to assess their language use at all. Furthermore, in order to protect both the privacy of our cadets and ourselves, we have set the privacy settings of the groups to secret.
Since Facebook's inception, educators have used the social media site for a variety of purposes, including discussion forums, writing practice, and as a pathway to cultural and linguistic immersion. With our Facebook groups, we are leveraging the social media site as a learning management system. More common examples of learning management systems are Blackboard, Sakai, and Moodle. In general, these sites manage three things: content, learner interaction, and assessment. Facebook groups serve a similar purpose. You create a community specific to your course and provide a means for instructors to communicate with students, as well as for the students to communicate with one another. You upload your course syllabi, study guides, and any other useful course documents. You post important course reminders, and the students themselves may post comments and questions related to the course material. Additionally, for the foreign language classroom, this platform may be used to share the awesome cultural tidbits and related news we want to share with the students without flooding their inboxes. Moreover, the Facebook groups, as Major Garneau mentioned, are hosted by a site that the cadets and most students are using daily, if not hourly. In this scenario, the only aspect Facebook is lacking is a gradebook, which for the purposes of our project is not a factor as we weren't interested in grading participation or assessing language skills. For our project, we established 3 Facebook groups, one in the second semester of each target language. A little over 50% of each course participated in these groups. The groups were started at the beginning of the semester, and each instructor encouraged participation by posting weekly, including sharing cultural links, opportunities to practice grammar and vocabulary in the target language, and useful course reminders. Each instructor had a specific focus in mind when administering their groups. The Arabic and Russian groups hoped to increase exposure to the target language, especially in its written form. The Spanish group hoped to increase awareness of the Hispanic community and the prevalence of Spanish at the local, regional, and national level. While cadet participation in each group varied, most cadet posts focused on sharing cultural links and asking questions related to grammar and/or course assignments. The results of a brief end-of-the-semester survey, coupled with cadet participation in the groups, led us to consider the following areas: the value added to the course experience by these groups, the use of the target language, and cadet interest and motivation to participate in the groups. In terms of value added, we believe that significant value was added to the course experience by using the Facebook group. Firstly, value was added in the area of course administration. While the instructors found the groups highly useful for sharing admin information with cadets, such as graded event reminders and study guides, cadets truly maximized the potential to deal with administrative questions in the group. The Facebook groups proved an ideal forum for them to pose questions to the course as a whole, to which either the instructor or another cadet could provide a response. These examples from the Russian group show the effectiveness of the group for technology troubleshooting, something that I imagine all of us have received countless emails about. By posting these questions in the Facebook group, they were able to receive answers and tips within a few hours, sometimes even a few minutes. Looking to the survey results, overall, cadets not only utilized the group to access course information, but utilized it instead of email and SharePoint. Secondly, value is added in the area of cultural awareness and expansion of cultural knowledge. As shown in these examples, both cadets and instructors shared posts related to popular culture, each of which simultaneously further exposed cadets to the target language. Cadets and instructors also shared news links related to the target language, here shown both at the international and regional level. In the Arabic example, instructor and cadets even utilized the target language to comment and discuss the link. Overall, cadets agreed that the Facebook group provided them cultural information they would not have found on their own.
With regards to cadet interest, as the following two graphs indicate, most of the students view the Facebook group as a useful platform for sharing and accessing course-related information. This is welcome news because it truly allows us to engage the students where they live, Facebook. Regarding target language use, when we established our Facebook groups, we had hoped that students would feel less anxiety about producing the target language. However, we learned that in general, students remain reluctant to write posts in the target language. What is encouraging, however, is that some students were inclined to respond to target language posts in the target language. So when I posted something in Arabic, there were a few students who actually responded in Arabic. In terms of motivation, we encountered during this project is an issue of motivation as it pertains to participation. Students were more likely to be passive users of the groups and the information provided, rather than active participants. The students' unwillingness or apprehension to engage with the target language on the group's pages is highlighted by Sherry's post. Beating Navy is a mantra here at West Point. Yet, when she posted this item related to Army's final match against Navy, she got very few likes, though many students had seen the post. She received no student comments on the post at all. We were encouraged by the fact that the Facebook groups inspired most students to investigate target language resources outside of class and to continue their connection with the target language and its related culture. The following student comment summarizes beautifully what we as founders of these Facebook groups hope to achieve. This student got it.
Looking ahead at this academic year, Dr. Venere has simply renamed the Spanish group and has invited her new students into the renamed group. The students from last year's group have been allowed to stay and act as sort of mentors for the new Spanish students. In Arabic, Darrin has created a new group for the first-year students, and his last year's group has become the second-year students group. In a surprise twist, the first-year Russian students have created their own group spontaneously, while Major Garneau has had to ask to become a member of this group. And last year's Russian group has also been converted to the second-year group. We hope that you've enjoyed this presentation, and we are looking forward to receiving your comments and questions.
Gracias.
Shukran.
Spasiba.